Hi everyone, my name is Elizabeth and I own a content creation subscription community on Facebook where I teach women network marketing entrepreneurs how to use social media and attraction marketing to build their brands. So I am going to teach you a class today on content creation. I love content creation. I'm very creative. And I actually have a bachelor's degree in interior design, which I apply like 99% of everything that I learned towards my graphic design. I absolutely love doing graphic design, and part of me kind of wishes that I had gone into graphic design, but I do love, I do love interior design too. But anyway, a little bit about me. I'm married almost 15 years. My children are 6 and 3, and we live in Ohio. And we're going to be moving back to Florida. We're from Naples. My husband's from Naples, Florida. We'll be moving back there as soon as we can. But in the meantime, I'm building my business and I'm super excited to share some of my best apps and tips and tricks with you in this class. The apps that I'm showing you are probably my 5 top apps that I use daily for content creation. And if you are struggling to figure out how to get some good content going for your business, I highly recommend that you get these apps. And they are PixArt, Over, WordSwag, Plotiverse, and I can't remember what the last one. Oh, Mosho. Mosho. Okay, so those are my 5 top apps that I use pretty much every single day. And you'll see in the video how I do things, and hopefully it's super helpful to you. And if you have any questions, let me know.
Hey guys, so we're going to do a few things. First, I'm going to show you how to use the cutout feature in PixArt. I have the paid version of all of the apps I'm going to show you, but I believe that most of the things I'm going to show you, you can get with the free version. I'm not sure, so you'll have to go in and check. So I'm going to do a pic cutout of this selfie that I took earlier. And so down here, you have your toolbar. We're going to click on cutout. And it kind of gives you these little prompts, right? So you can either do it freeform. I like to use the little man, person, whatever. So everything that turned red is what's going to be in your cutout. So you look at the little eyeball and it shows you there's still some blotchy areas. So you can click on the eraser, click again. You can adjust the size of your eraser, which I'm going to do now. I'm going to get over here and get kind of close into the corners and the edges a little bit more. But I'm not going to get too crazy with it. And the reason why is because I don't really like the eraser tool on PixArt. I like for it to do the main section and the main piece. But as for getting in on those corners, I find that I like to use Over better than PixArt. So I'm going to save this as it is, even though I know that my edges are not done perfectly. We go to next, and we're going to save it as a sticker. Save picture on your device. And what that does is it saves it with a clear, transparent background. Now you can go into Over, which I'll show you what it looks like when you go in. When you first open up Over, you have options down here. There's templates you can use. Are already made up. You can click on a template that you like, and you can adjust everything about that template. So it's really a great tool because there's a lot of stuff in here that's already made up and you don't have to come up with your own design. I'm going to click the plus sign and I'm going to go to transparent, and down here at the bottom it gives you the option for all these different layouts, and you don't have to guess like I don't know what my ratio is or whatever. No, it shows you, okay, Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, LinkedIn, Snapchat, blah, 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 etc. Maybe not Snapchat, but you guys get the idea. I usually go with the 1-to-1 square ratio because it works on Facebook and Instagram, and that's where the majority of my work gets placed. So now I'm going to import that sticker of myself that we made in PixArt. And this is why I really like Over. I love their mask tool, which is basically an eraser. To the far left, you have the clear cut straight line. See how the edge is real crisp? And then if I choose this one, it's more fuzzy, more blurred, see? So I really like that because then when I zoom in really, really close and I use the fuzzy tool, when you zoom back out, it looks really crisp and clear because your lines are actually not perfectly crisp as you go into erase anyways. And they are a little bit pixelated. And if you go in with a super crisp erase tool, it just looks like a jagged line and it doesn't look crisp. So I like to use the fuzzy tool. So that's one of my little tips and tricks that I use. So as you can see, this can take a little bit of time. And so those of you that are considering hiring a social media manager and you're wondering why it costs so much, this is why. Because at the end of the day, if you're paying for quality, this is the kind of quality you get. You get someone who is paying attention to details and is zooming in on the cutouts and doing their best to make your brand look incredible. These are tools that most social media managers are using right now, just because it is a lot quicker to do on the phone with the apps that are available than to necessarily maybe have a software. So I'm a little too far in. So, and then this is like another great tool that I like about the over. Let's say that I did go way too far in my hand. You can actually add it back in by using these guys down here on the right hand side. So there's your fuzzy adder back inner paint tool, I guess you would call it. And there you see now when I zoom back out, it looks very nicely done. And that's why I use the fuzzy tool for erasing. So we're going to go ahead and say, okay. And my hand looks huge. I don't know why my hand looks so big, but anyways, that's another problem for another day. So we're going to get out of over for the moment, and I'm going to show you how to use this great app called Moshow to make a really cool slideshow video. So I'm going to use this album somewhere called Sweets. I'm looking for it. Just bear with me. I'm sorry. I have a ton of pictures in here, as you guys can see. There it is, Sweets. Okay, so we're going to make a really cool slideshow. So we'll just pick some fun, bright things to kind of just throw in here. Pineapples and donuts and popsicles. Oh my, it's all about summer. Oh. Okay, so the thing that I love, hang on a second here. So the thing I really love about Moshow is all of these great, I guess you call them filters, but they're way more than filters. It's just these different options that you have to choose from. As you can see, you can get like the glitch effect on your slideshow. You can be, you know, something more soft and sweet. There's just so many options to use in Moshow. And like I mentioned before, I am using the paid version, but the free version, you get a lot of these same options or filters. It's just going to say Moshow down at the bottom of your slideshow, which will not matter for what we're going to do, and you'll see why in just a second. So if you do use the free version and you're like, oh my gosh, I hate that, that's okay. I'm going to show you what you can do. So I'm just going to pick, I'm going to pick Funhouse. It's kind of cool. And we're just going to click save. And they do have music attached to them automatically, and you can go in and you can change your music and you can change the order of your slides and all kinds of fun stuff. I'm not going to take the time to do that right now. So it's something you can play with. Okay, now I'm going to go back here to over. Now, Over has two options. If you have an Android, you will not see this video icon down in the right-hand corner, but they are coming out with it. I'm using an iPhone and they have the video option. So I'm going to click on this turn the sound off so you guys can hear me. All right, so now you can see I just made a really cool, like that in and of itself is pretty cool, right? Make my headshot here a little bit smaller. All right, now that's cool, but I think we can make it a little cooler. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to add a shape. And I'm going to scroll over here to opacity, and I'm going to make it a little bit more like see-through. And I'm going to change the color to pink. And then I'm going to go to my layers and I'm going to make it behind my head. All right, so now I have this great circle that you can see through, but it adds a nice background, and I'm going to shadow it. I like to shadow all the elements that I use because it gives them dimension and depth. So see how I just shadowed that out on top of that video? And I'm also going to shadow myself. Just really like the way shadows look. Well, that one doesn't look too great because of the cutout, so I'm going to turn it off. We don't have to shadow me. All right. So we have this great thing, but what am I going to put in the pink circle? Well, we're going to go over to another favorite app of mine called WordSwag. And here's what I love about WordSwag. When you first open it up, you have these options at the bottom. You can either take a picture, you can use your library of photos, or they have a huge library of free photos that you can use. So if you are in a hurry and you need to just throw a quick graphic together with a quote on it, WordSwag is an amazing resource. But I like to use the transparent background option. And I'll show you why. All right, so let's say let's just find a that's funny. Okay, that goes well with the theme that we're doing here. I'm on a seafood diet. Okay, so down here is all of your styles that you can choose from. And since this one's kind of tongue-in-cheek, I kind of like the strong look, but that's too wide, right? Because we're in a circle, so we've got to keep in mind the shape. It's got to be like vertical or square to fit. And I kind of like the gold. So we're going to save that on that transparent background. And we're going to go back into over, and I'm going to import image. I'm going to stick that up here. Maybe at an angle, because like I said, it is a little cheeky, right? Or maybe not. Sometimes things work and sometimes things don't work. You have to be flexible in how you do things. And see, that doesn't really fit in the circle. So what I can do is I can make the circle a different size. I can move it so that it fits better. There's just so much you can do. That looks pretty good. I kind of like the angle though. Not too much. All right, let's move the circle again just a little bit. There we go. All right, now here's what I love. So I took that quote that I made in WordSwag and I put it in here and over, specifically because now I can put a shadow behind it to make it pop. And that is really important to me. It may not be important to everyone else, but it is to me. And there we have it. We have an amazing graphic that we can now put up on our wall that's branded to style. And I can save this, or I can share it depending on what I want to do. Save to photos. So save it. Maybe I'll post it later. All right, now I'm going to show you another app that I use a lot, and I get a lot of questions from people that see these graphics and they want to know how I did it. So I'm going to show you guys as soon as Over saves this graphic what another one of my favorite apps is that you can use. And what I'm actually going to do is create just a blank background, because the filter that I'm going to put on here doesn't need anything behind it. So we're going to pick this nice pink, and I'm just going to save that really super interesting pink square to my photos. And we're going to go into Plotiverse, and that's what we're going to make with it, guys. So let me show you real quick how we do this. So we go into Plotiverse, and we're going to add the picture, FX overlays, and then I could not remember what that was called, so I just started scrolling through. But Plotiverse is amazing. So look, like, check this out. So like, I can put this hummingbird on here. I can change the color of the hummingbird. Like, look at that, just by moving the hue of it around. So there's just, this app is just so cool because you can add an animation feature. Look, I can have falling diamonds. The butterflies are fun. They don't show up too well on this bright pink background, but look, I can change it to a bright blue butterfly. And, you know, it just goes on and on, like water that looks really realistic. Really cool, like overlays. But the one that we're going to use today is this one. I just love this background. Just really neat. All right, so we're going to go ahead and save that to our camera roll. Okay, now I'm going to go back into Over. And as you can see, Over is one of my favorite apps to use. And we're going to import that video that I just made. So there it is. Now I'm going to put in a graphic. I love clip art. So being a graphic designer, you guys can see how I would like clip art a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and put in, which one should I put in? I kind of like the ice cream one, but maybe we'll put her in there. See how she looks. Yeah, okay, so this chick's eating some ice cream. It's summertime. Yay. All right, and we're going to shadow. Blur out. Check mark. And I'm going to go back into my graphics, my clip art that I make a lot of stuff for my subscription community with this clip art. And none of those really make sense, do they? But it's summertime. All the things that go with summer. Fruity drinks and ice cream and crop tops. Well, for some of us. Oh man, I would not wear a crop top, but that is a discussion for another day and another topic. Always on vacation. That's what I was looking for. Let's pick the green umbrella. Maybe I'll rotate it, make it big so it looks like it's a beach umbrella. And then I'm going to layer that and put it behind. Come on. There we go. So as you can see, just from what I'm doing, there is a lot that goes into putting together a fun graphic. And so have a little compassion for your social media people, please, because they really do want to provide you with the best that they can, but they're going to be working within the parameters of your budget too. So anyways, at the end of the day, I don't know how I'll use this or whatever, but you can see these graphics are super fun to make. They're super easy to make. I just changed the background so that it's more in keeping. See how that flows a little better because it's more like muted. It's not quite so in your face bright. So it works better with the style. And over is amazing for that, putting filters on things and whatnot. So, but I just wanted to share some of these things with you guys so that you can see what the options are that are out there, and get some ideas for your own social media stuff, because this is the way the world is going. We're headed towards using influencers and social media marketing and for all of advertising for all businesses. So that's it for now. And if you guys have any questions, please feel free to message me. And thanks for watching.
Hey guys, okay, so thanks for watching the video. I'm so glad you came and you saw what I had to offer in this class. And if you have any questions, like I said before, please feel free to reach out and let me know. Again, my business is teaching social media content creation to women entrepreneurs that want to build their brands on social media. And I actually have a Facebook subscription group, and I'm giving away a free month subscription to my group. So if you're interested and you want to come check it out for free, no problem. Let me know, send me a message, and I'll give you the link. And if you, like I said, if you have any questions about what you saw tonight or you want to learn a little more, just reach out. Thanks a lot, guys.